You're watching Lee Academy High School Football 1998. Sponsored by Matson Farms, Sale Oil Company, Wade Incorporated, Paul's Texaco, Barnes Petty and Associates, Dunn, Marley and Harris Agency, CarQuest, Houston Distributing, Delta Renault, Felt Brothers Furniture, Southern Duplicating, Neighbors GM Toyota, Dr. Michael Barr, North Delta Compress, Mid-South Farm Supply, Cable One, Backyard Burgers, Gateway Tire, Southwind Building Specialties, Bustin' Loose, Merkel and Koch Attorneys, First National Bank, Jimmy Sanders Seed Company, McElroy Insurance, Deposit Guarantee Bank, Holmes Petty, Terra Chemical, Lamb's Photography, Union Planners Bank, Henderson Drugs, and Graham Media.
And he is a senior.
And he's a big one, too.
Taylor Howell and Spencer Foy are deep to receive. They're standing at about their own 2-yard line, awaiting referee Joe Simcock's whistle. There it is, and the kick is away, and it's a line drive kick that's going to be fielded by Spencer Foy at about the 6-yard line. Spencer Foy up the right side, breaking a couple of tackles, going to be knocked down at about the 25 or the 26-yard line. And that's where the Lee Academy Colts will take over. First down and 10 yards to go. They're going to spot the football, Rich, it looks like, at the 24.
24-yard line. Good return that time by Spencer Foy, taking the ball on the left hash mark and really going to the far side of the field, and then turning upfield at the sidelines, move the ball out to about the 24-yard line where Lee Academy takes it. First and 10.
Lee Academy breaks huddle, wide receiver left, wide receiver right. Backs are split behind Lunsford, and they're in a 4-man defensive front. We're going to give the football to Dooley right up the middle, and Dooley's going to get the football out over the 25-yard line to about the 27. Pick up about 4 on the play, Rich. We're going to bring up second down and 6, it looks like.
Kevin Dooley from his up position, and from the split position, taking a little trap play there and moving upfield, crossing the 25. We'll have it second down and about 6, as you said, Albert, from the 28-yard line.
Jeffrey Clark checks into the game for the Colts. He'll be in the slot to the left. Spencer Foy will be split to the left. We're in a split backfield. Taylor Howell and Kevin Dooley, 4-man front for Washington. There's a pitch sweep to Taylor Howell. Taylor Howell looking for a block. Is going to get outside and going to be run out of bounds out over the 30, out to about the 32-yard line before he's knocked down. Going to be short of the first down, Rich, by about 1.5 yards.
Looks like Taylor Howell just taking that pitch from Lunsford and running toward the near sidelines. Really never found him an open seam to turn upfield, but was able to pick up a few yards across the 30. And will bring it just across the 32-yard line, where it's going to be third down for the Colts now. 3rd and 1 for Lee Academy. 11-12 to go in the first quarter. No score.
Jimmy John Baum wide left. Spencer Foy wide right. Lunsford under center, barking out his signals. Gives the football to the fullback Dooley. And Dooley's going to have the first down out over the 35-yard line to about the 36. Good bit of running by senior fullback Kevin Dooley.
Kevin Dooley knew he had to get just across the 33-yard line for a first down. Took the handoff from Bradley Lunsford that time. Just came right up the middle. Kept his legs churning and moved the ball across the 35 to the 36-yard line. First down of the night for Lee Academy. They have it moving from their own 36-yard line.
10:59 to go in the first quarter. Brett Solovilo checks in the game for Spencer Foy with a play from Coach Ricky Weiss, and he's split to the left. Jimmy John Blum is split to the right. He's got one-on-one coverage out here. We're in a one-back set now, motion back to the right in the form of Brett Solovila. There's a pitch sweep to Taylor Howell. Taylor Howell looking for yardage. Gets yardage out over the 40-yard line to about the 42 or the 43. Flag on the play, however.
Well, the flag's thrown at about the 42-yard line. We're going to see what that's going to be called. Obviously, it's going to be against the Colts from the indication on the field. They're talking to the Generals. Looks like it's going to be a holding penalty against Lee Academy. The flag is flying at the 42, which will be 10 yards. Move the ball back to the 32.
And will be first down and about 14 yards to go. There's a 10-yard step off against the Lee Academy coach for offensive holding. Puts the ball back at the 31. We got to go to the 46. So let's call it first down and 15 yards to go for the Colts. We send Jimmy John Baum wide to the left. Spencer Foy is in the slot to the left. And we're in an I formation. Dooley close. Taylor Howell is deep. They're in a 4-man front. Lunsford throwing a screen pass back to the right to Graydon Flowers, and Flowers is going to get 5 yards, maybe 6 yards back over the 35 to about the 36-yard line as we try to run our tight end screen back to the right side.
I was watching Jimmy John Baum from his left flanker position at the time. With a head of steam, he had a couple of steps on his man. Of course, that play was not designed at all for him, so Lunsford was not looking at him. But second down now, second and just about 11 yards to go for Lee Academy. They have the ball at the 35-yard line, their own.
Their corners are right up on our defensive backs. Here's a handoff to the fullback, Dooley. Dooley gets out to about the 40-yard line before he's knocked down. Gain of about 4 or 5 on the play. Going to bring up third down and 6 yards to go for the Colts.
They've got to move the ball just across the 46-yard line, their own 46-yard line for a first down. They'll be looking at third down now. We have 9:33 to go in the first quarter. No score from Huddleston Field here on the campus of Washington School.
Colts got a big holding penalty in this drive. Once again, they got a defensive back right up on Jimmy John's nose. Lunsford's under the center, a 6-man front. There's a mix-up in the backfield. Taylor Howell's in a lot of trouble, and is going to be thrown for a loss. Back to about the 36 or the 37-yard line. Mix-up between the center and the tailback, Rich. They collided, and Taylor Howell was thrown for a loss. Back to the 37, brings up fourth down and about 9 yards to go.
Jimmy John Baum in to do the punting for Lee Academy. He'll be launching this punt from about his own 25-yard line. Washington standing at about their own 30-yard line, awaiting the arrival.
Clint Schilling is back deep to receive for Washington. Good snap back. Jimmy John takes it, gets the kick away, and gets a high kick away that he is going to be fielded by Schilling, and Schilling is in a lot of trouble, and Schilling is going to be knocked out of bounds at about the 36-yard line by Brett Solavila, along with Bobby Spinks, number 54 for Lee Academy coach. Good coverage.
Good coverage that time, about a 35-yard punt by Jimmy John Baum, but more importantly, he got it up in the air a little bit and had pretty good hang time on it, allowing Lee Academy to move down in good punt coverage. So Washington will take over first and 10, moving from their own 36-yard line for their first offensive series of the night in this 0-0 contest.
They line up with a wide receiver left, slot to the left, and one running back, 2 tight ends set behind Sykes. Sykes may be checking off. Colts in a 4-man defensive front, and they're going to run misdirection to number 11, and number 11 is going to get to the corner, is going to be knocked out of bounds at about the 41.5-yard line. Gain of about 5 on the play, Rich. Second down and 5 yards to go for Washington.
They just pulled everybody off the right side, coming toward us here on the near sidelines. Really had no opportunity to turn his nose upfield. Just was kind of slid out of bounds by the Lee Academy defensive front. It's going to be second down and 5 for Washington.
Taylor Howell knocked him out of bounds. Second down and 5 yards to go for the Generals. They got 3 wide receivers, bring motion back to the right, 1 running back. Nice stops, wings to the right. Sykes may be checking off. Colts in a 4-man front, same play. To number 11 again. This time he breaks a tackle into the secondary. Bill Hood, that's who that is. Down the sidelines he goes, going to be run out of bounds inside of Lee Academy Colts 30-yard line at the 27. That was number 11, Bill Hood, the youngster that ran the football the first time.
Well, we've seen that play just the prior play. As you said, they ran the same play, but this time Hood, instead of coming wide right, just turned his nose back upfield in the midfield, running right down the hash mark, really, and was able to move the ball considerably into Lee Academy territory. They will have it first and 10, moving from Lee Academy's 27-yard line.
Washington Generals break huddle in an I formation. Coach still in their 4-man front. They've got a wide receiver left and a slot to the left. Sykes under the center and going to give the football to the fullback, number 15. He fights inside of Lee Academy's 25 down to about the 20, but there's a flag on the play, and I believe this is going to be a holding call against the Generals.
Well, the flag's going to be sitting at about the 23-yard line. It's going to be holding against the Generals. It'll move the ball 10 yards back. They'll back it up to about the 32-yard line probably, where the Washington Generals will have it again first down
8:09 to go in the first quarter. Thornton Marley checks in the game, bringing out Caleb Donovan. He'll play one defensive tackle. It's good to see Caleb and Hayden Glenn both back in our defensive line.
Washington will now have it 1st and 10, moving from their own from the Lee Academy 34-yard line. They've got to get to the 18 for a first down.
They line up in an I formation with wide receiver left, wing left. They're in an unbalanced line to the left. Sykes is going to give the football to the fullback, going to fake it to him, and right up the middle he goes. As the fullback acts like he wanted to keep the football, Sykes jerked it away from him and runs the football down to about the 26-yard line. Going to bring up 2nd down and 9. That was a gain of about 4 yards on the play.
Well, it was a gain of about 9 yards on the play.
9
He's
yards
moving
on
from
the
the
play.
34-yard line. Sykes that time, as you said, looked like there's some apprehension about who wanted the ball, so he decided to keep it.
Washington Generals break huddle. 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. 1 running back, and they're in the shotgun formation. Colts are showing blitz. Sykes, waiting the snap, is back. Gives the football to Hood. Hood's trying to get to the corner. Hood's in a lot of trouble. Hood's going to run the football down inside the 25, down to about the 22-yard line. Going to be short of the first down, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and about 4 for the Generals.
7 minutes and 13 seconds to go here in the first quarter of a scoreless ball game from Washington School. Washington will now have it 3rd down and 7.
Third down and 6.
3rd and 6. They'll be moving from Lee Academy's 22-yard line.
That's an optical illusion there.
It is. It really is.
They line up 4 wide receivers now, 1 running back behind Sykes. Sykes stepping up under center, may be checking off. Going to give the football to Hood. Hood's got a lot of room, and Hood is going to be tackled short of the first down by Spencer Foy, and he made a nice play over there and stopped Hood, I believe, short of the first down, Rich.
Well, it looks like it's going to be awful close to me, I tell you. One official looks like he's standing at about the 18-yard line, and I think that's about where they had to go, but it's going to be about a foot short of a first down. Washington will have a 4th and less than 1 for a first down here. The ball is placed down at the 17-yard line of Lee Academy, so they've got to get it just across the 17-yard line.
Quarter's almost half gone. They line up in a 1-back set, 4 wide receivers. Sykes may be checking off, going to call a timeout. Timeout's called on behalf of the Washington School Generals. We're going to pause 1 minute for this word from our sponsors. This is Lee Academy Colt Football on WKDJ. Washington Generals break huddle in a wishbone formation, and they're going to give the football to number 27. He's going to have the first down, it looks like, Rich. We missed him in the backfield, had a chance to stop him short, and he made a really good second effort and gets first down yardage inside of Lee Academy's 20, down to about the 15-yard line. First down and 10 yards to go for the Generals.
Kevin Dooley doing a good job that time getting through that offensive line of the Generals, but unable to bring the General down in the backfield.
That was number 27, Roland Robertson, that ran that football from his right halfback position out of the wishbone formation. First down and 10 yards to go for the Generals. They line up in an I formation and with a wide receiver left and a wing to the left. They're unbalanced to the left. There's motion back to the right, and Adam Sykes is under the center, and he gives the football straight ahead to number 15. That is Mortimer, and Mortimer is inside of the 15-yard line down to about the 12-yard line. Gain of about 3 on the play. Make it 2nd down and 7 yards to go.
Just keeping it between the tackles here. Just good smash mouth football that Washington is playing. Has the ball now 2nd down and about 7, as Albert said, from about the 12-yard line. We've got 5:28 to go in the first quarter. No score, but Washington is knocking on the door.
Colts need a turnover. They have a wide receiver left, wide receiver right, slot to the right. 1 running back behind Sykes. Motion back to the left now. Sykes sets him up wing left now. Hood is the running back. Sykes may be changing the play. And there is a little delay handoff to Hood. Hood breaks inside of the 5-yard line, down to about the 5-yard line. It's going to be very close to first down yardage, and I believe he's going to have it, Rich. We'll wait and see.
Looks like they're standing right on the 5, but it's going to be 1st and goal. Official indicates 1st and goal for the Washington Generals. They'll be moving from about the 5-yard line of Lee Academy.
5:03 to go in the first quarter of the football game. No score. Colts getting some extra defensive linemen into the football game. And it's first down and goal to go for the Generals just inside of Lee's 5. Timeout is called by Lee Academy. We're going to pause 1 minute for this word from our sponsors. This is Lee Academy Colt Football on WKDJ. And goal to go from the 4-yard line. Adam Sykes is your quarterback. He steps under the center. Will bark his signals out. Colts in a goal line defense. There's a handoff to number 27. He's going to be thrown for a loss. He's back outside of the 5-yard line. That's Roland Robertson, and they knock him back at about the 6-yard line. Going to be a loss of maybe a yard on the play, Rich. Brings up second down and goal from the 6.
Lee Academy doing a good job that time of shooting the gaps and plugging up all those holes and giving the Generals nowhere to run. It's going to be a loss of about 1 yard on the play. They'll have it second and goal now from outside the 5-yard line.
Matthew Dunn, I see he's got his headgear off over there, may be shaking up just a little bit. They still in a wishbone formation. Colts still in a goal line defense. They may run some kind of pass here, Rich. Sykes is under the center, barking out his signals, takes the football and gives it to number 21 again, and they knock him down again for another loss. Another loss of a yard by the Lee Academy Colt. Good play by the Lee Academy Colt defensive front, Rich.
Well, they're trying to go right over the middle of the Lee Academy defensive front line. They met with no success at 2 plays out of the wishbone. Looks like they're going to move out of the wishbone now, kind of spread us out a little bit and try to do something either wide or maybe a little pass as they look at third and goal to go now from about the 7-yard line.
Big play for the Colt defense right here. Sykes in the shotgun formation, 3 wide receivers to the right. Waiting the snap, gets it back, rolling to the right. He's looking, Graydon fly, slips down. He slips down back outside of the 10 at about the 13-yard line, and that's going to bring up 4th down and goal to go, Rich, and that'll letting them have to attempt a field goal here is a big play.
Absolutely, and what it's going to do, it's going to move the ball back. It's going to be a 30-yard effort. Its ball is going to be placed at the right hash mark or the near hash mark. Big number 74 in for the Generals to attempt the field goal, and it will be a 30-yard effort here. His tee is being placed down right on the right hash mark on the 20-yard line.
Sykes is the holder. Cale Smith is the kicker. Awaiting the snap, gets the snap back. It's good, and the kick is woefully low, and the Lee Academy Colts have held them on first down and goal to go from the 4. Sykes is the holder. Cale Smith is the kicker. Awaiting the snap, gets the snap back. It's good, and the kick is woefully low, and the Lee Academy Colts have held them on first down and goal to go from the 4, and will take over from the 20, on the 20.
Well, that's a big break that time for Lee Academy. I mean, doing a great job defensively down there when they had first and goal to go, moving them back 3 successive times and forcing a field goal attempt from the 20-yard line, a 30-yard effort. That really never was a very positive contact made on that attempt. So Lee Academy, for the second time in the first quarter, will take over first and 10 from their own 20-yard line. 3 minutes exactly to go in the first quarter. No score.
Coach sends Jimmy John Baum wide left, Spencer Ford wide right. We're in a 1-back set now and give the football to Taylor Howell. Taylor Howell's going to be thrown down for a loss. Back outside the 20 at about the 16-yard line. So we lined up that time with wide receivers both ways and moved Kevin Dooley up to the slot. And Taylor Howell didn't have much to happen there as we get Jeffrey Clark and Spencer Foy into the football game.
The officials indicating to both sides to kind of back up off the sidelines, get back in the box a little bit. Second down for Lee Academy.
Colts will line up this time with Taylor Howell in the slot. Kevin Dooley is the lone running back behind Lunsford. They're blitzing. We bring motion back to the right. That's Taylor Howell. And Lunsford rolls to the right to look, to throw, throws the foot. Caught by Graydon Flowers, the big tight end, out over the 35-yard line to about the 40. And now the Colts are in operating position now. First down and 10 yards to go. We bring motion back to the right. That's Taylor Howell. And Lunsford rolls to the right to look, to throw, throws the foot. Caught by Graydon Flowers, the big tight end, out over the 35-yard line to about the 40. And now the Colts are in operating position now. First down and 10 yards to go from their own 40. Good throw by Bradley Lunsford, Rich. 2 seconds before he got flattened.
Absolutely great throw that time by Lunsford. Flowers coming from his left tight end position, just coming back, trailing across the middle of the field. Lunsford had Howell out in the right flat and also had Flowers, but he was looking for Flowers all along. First and 10 for Lee Academy. The ball sitting at their own 40-yard line.
I formation for the Colts. Wide receiver left, slot left. Dooley's close. Howell's deep. There's an option pitch to Taylor Howell. Taylor Howell runs kind of back into the traffic, Rich. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, but anyway, it's no gain on the play. Might have gained a yard on the play. 2nd down and 9 yards to go. Looks like he had a running room and just staying straight.
Yeah, they're going to give him 2 yards on that play, but like you said, he got across the line of scrimmage. It looked like he had a little area straight ahead or maybe even back toward the middle of the field. But what he did, he elected to turn left, and he turned left right into the waiting arms of a general. So it's going to be 2nd and 8 for Lee Academy. The ball's sitting at their own 42-yard line.
So Lavilla will be in the slot to the right. Jimmy John Baum split right. Split backfield now behind Lunsford. 4-man front for Washington. Straight back to throw is Lunsford. Throws the football. It's going to be incomplete. Intended for Taylor Howell as Taylor Howell was down the sidelines. Football was underthrown just a little bit, Rich.
Underthrown pretty good that time. It didn't really look like anybody was making a very concentrated effort of catching the ball. So I think Taylor felt like it was so woefully underthrown that he just had nothing to do. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 8 now for the Colts. The ball sitting at the 42-yard line, their own. We have 1 minute and 7 seconds to go in this scoreless contest, first quarter.
Jimmy John Baum will go wide right. Spencer Foy's wide left. One running back behind Lunsford. Dooley's in the slot. Lunsford fakes, runs the bootleg. Looking for our fullback, gives it to him, overthrown. Intended for Kevin Dooley. As we're running a bootleg play that time, brings up 4th down for the Colts. 4th down and about 8 yards to go. 1:02 to go in the first quarter. Colts are forced into their 2nd punt of the night.
Lee Academy has to move the ball to midfield to get a first down. Jimmy John Baum, though, is in. He'll be standing at about his 30-yard line when he kicks. Washington standing back inside their 25-yard line, awaiting the arrival of Jimmy John's second kick, his first one, a 35-yarder.
Graydon Flowers is your snapper. Jimmy John Baum is your punter. Bad snap, but he gets it. Gets the kick away, and it's going to take a good Lee Academy bounce inside of the 30. It'll be down at the 29-yard line by Joshua Brunt, sophomore running back, number 15. Generals take over, 1st down and 10 yards to go from their own 29.
I'll tell you, that snap from that time from Graydon back to Jimmy John, he had to kind of move to his right in a hurry, Jimmy John did, to field the snap. It was in the air all the way, but just going a little crooked. But Jimmy John Baum moved the ball down by way of his toe to inside the 30-yard line, an almost identical field position Washington started their first series with. This is their second series, under 1 minute to play in the first quarter. 1st and 10 for Washington.
Trip receivers to the right. Sykes under center. Got Bill Hood as lone running back. There's a pitch sweep to Hood. Hood looking for a little seam. Gets out over the 35-yard line to about the 36 before Dooley knocks him down. Sparky Lusher's in the football game now, Rich, at inside linebacker.
Just about the same play that they opened up the first time with. This time Hood taking the pitch from Sykes and coming to the right side or the near side. Pickup of about 6 on the play. It's going to be 2nd down and 4, moving from the 36-yard line of the Generals.
They line up in the same formation except to the left this time. And there's a counter pitch to number 21. He breaks. We had him actually stopped in the backfield, and he made a nice little cut and got 1st down yardage out over the 40 to about the 40.5-yard line. 1st down and 10 yards to go for the Generals. That was Seth Rankin making a nice run there. No, at 21 is Hunter McWright making a nice run there, and that may be the final play of the first quarter. A little housekeeping note for Greg. We will take a 30-second break at the quarter, and that's all, Greg, 30 seconds. And the first quarter's over. With the first quarter over, no score, we're going to pause 30 seconds. 30 seconds for this word from our sponsors. This is Lee Academy Colt football on WKDJ. 0 tie in the first quarter. Washington School has really had a little bit of the best of it, Rich. Colts have made a couple of first downs. Washington School's had one nice drive. They've got it 1st down and 10 yards to go from their own 40-yard line. They line up 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right, 1 running back behind Adam Sykes, the quarterback. Sykes straight back to throw, looking, throws it. It's going to be caught by number 17, their wide receiver out here. That's Drew Brooks, and he runs the football inside of Lee Academy Colt territory. No, they're going to give him just a ball inside of Lee Academy Colt territory at midfield. 1st down and 10 yards to go, I think.
And looked like it could be just a fraction short of a 1st down. I don't know.
Looks
like they're going to measure it.
There's a timeout for a measurement. So with 11:55 to go in the first half of the football game, we're having our first measurement of the night.
Well, I can tell you if it's a 1st down. Whoops. Okay, well, we're just going to pick the ball up and bring it over to the sidelines and put the ball down there where the gentleman's foot was. That's where we're going to call, bring the chains all the way across the field and measure for that first down. And if it is a first down, it's going to be by just the little nosy of that ball.
So we can't see for the Washington School bench, but as they stretch it out here, we'll wait and see what happens. It's very close. Very close. Going to be short by about 8 inches.
By about the length of the laces on the football is going to be short. So it's going to be second down and 8 laces.
Second down and less than a yard to go for the Washington School Generals. They are tied with Lee Academy 0-0 here with 11:55 to go in the first half of the football game. See Tony Gardner sitting in the stands out here. His son Hunter plays for the Washington School Generals.
Got some kinfolk back up in Clarksdale.
Wears number 50.
Got him a grandfather and an uncle that I know of. Washington Generals break settles, and they'll have it second down and 8 laces for a first down here. The ball is just across the midfield stripe.
They break huddle with a wide receivers on both sides and a swing to the right. One running back, that's Hood. He's behind Sykes. Less than a yard to go on second down. Sykes straight back to throw. Looking. Now in trouble. Now in a lot of trouble. Bobby Spinks falls down. Sykes has broken out of the pack and is looking, and is going to run for first down yardage, and they're going to be knocked down inside of Lee Academy Colts' 45-yard line at about the 44. That was a disaster averted by the Washington School offense.
Absolutely. Sykes rolling toward us here on the near sidelines. Really couldn't find anybody to throw to, and reversed his field about 5 yards from the sidelines and ran all the way back across the field and turned upfield. Caleb Donovan, I believe, number 78 for the Colts, finally catching up with him from behind after he was slowed up. So it's 1st and 10 for Washington Generals. They'll move it from the Lee Academy 44-yard line.
They line up 3 wide receivers left, 1 running back. Sykes under the center. Colts still in a 4-man front. They're going to run a fake bootleg. Looking. Spinks has got him in trouble now, and he's just going to throw it. It's going to be caught by number 17. Looked like he was throwing it away, Rich. And number 17 for the Washington Generals, Drew Brooks, makes a nice catch on a nice throw from junior quarterback Sykes. Gain of about 8 on the play.
Looks like they're going to move the ball down to about the 36-yard line of Lee Academy, or just inside the 36, where it is a pickup of 8. It's going to bring up second down now for Washington, 2nd and 2, as we have just started the second quarter of play here.
They send 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 running back behind Sykes. Maybe checking off again. Sykes gives the football straight ahead to Hood, and Hood slips down. No gain on the play. William Barron was there waiting on him, number 53 for the Lee Academy Colts. But Hood slipped down, and they're going to give him no gain on the play. 3rd down still and 2 yards to go.
William Barron looking like he was stepping out of a blocking attempt by the Generals. Kind of opened his arms up and just waited on Hood to come in, but Hood slipped down before he entered the bear trap. It's going to be 3rd down now.
They line up with 2 tight ends set, 1 running back, 2 split receivers now behind Sykes. They show you every formation in the book. Sykes on 3rd down and 2 yards to go, may be checking off. Sykes is going to run this direction to number 21. He's going to be stopped short of the first down. That was Hunter McWright, and he was stopped at about the 35-yard line. Gain of about a yard on the play. It's going to bring up 4th down and a yard. Actually, they gave him no gain, Rich. Still 4th and 2.
Yeah, 4th down and 2 now. We've got 10 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the first half of play. Washington Generals will be running here on 4th and about 2. The ball sitting at the Lee Academy 36-yard line.
Big play here for the Lee Academy Colt defensive football team. They may have tried to draw us off sides, Rich. Their unbalanced line to the left. Sykes sends motion back to the right, and Sykes is going to keep the football and going to come very close to the first down. Depends on the spot, Rich.
Well, I'm going to tell you, he looks like he's short by about a yard here to me, but I don't know. It's going to depend on the spot.
And it looks like the Lee Academy Colts have held. We'll wait and see. And they have. First down and 10 yards to go for the Lee Academy Colts. Good defensive play by the Colts. And the Lee Academy Colts defense has stopped them twice when they've had good drives. We got to get some offense going. It's 9:46 to go in the first half of the football game.
Lee Academy will take over 1st and 10 from their own 34-yard lines, and I don't know that as of yet we've been into the general territory except to be brought back by penalty.
Spencer Foy will go wide to the left. Jimmy John Bond will be in the slot to the left. We're unbalanced to the left, and we're going to run a pitch sweep to Taylor Howell. And Taylor Howell is in a lot of trouble. And Taylor Howell is going to break a tackle and going to get out over the 35-yard line, maybe the 36 or the 37 before he's knocked down. Gain of about 3 on the play, 2nd down and 7. Washington's defense is very quick.
They are quick. 9 minutes and 27 seconds to go in the first half. We're sitting here 0-0 from Washington School in Greenville, Mississippi. 2nd down now, second and about 7 for the Lee Academy Colts. The ball sitting at the 38-yard line, their own.
Taylor Howell checks out of the football game. Joshua Brunt's in. We got wide receivers both sides, split backfield. Lunsford barking out his signals, looking at a 4-man Washington General front. Going to give the football on misdirection to Joshua Brunt, and Brunt is going to fight out close to the 40-yard line, maybe the 39. Gain of about 2 or 3 on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 5 yards to go.
Brunt that time just trying to run between his tackles. Washington plugging the holes up rather effectively at the moment. Nowhere to run. We've had difficulty going wide on them and difficulty going between the tackles.
Jeffrey Clark goes wide left. Spencer Foy goes wide to the right. Brunt and Dooley are split behind Lunsford. Tight ends lined up on the right-hand side. Back to throw is Lunsford looking. Throws a tight end screen to Graydon Flowers. He's going to be short of the 1st down. That at about the 38-yard line. Before he's knocked down, bring up 4th down. 4th down and about a yard and a half to go.
Yeah, I was going to say 4th down and a short 2. I would think the Colts probably going to be sending in their punting team.
Colts will get their punting team into the football game on 4th down and 2 yards to go. Looks like Bradley Lunsford might have turned that old bad ankle a little bit, Rich, as he was limping off the field there.
Jimmy John Baum will be standing at about his 30-yard line.
It looks like they're going to try to block this thing as they're lined up there good. Another bad snap. Gets the kick away, and it's a high kick that number 8 is going to drop it, and it fell back on it inside the 25 at about the 22. He was lucky to get that ball back.
Boy, really,
number 8, Clint Schilling.
He really was. It looked like the ball just fell right through his fingertips and then landed right at his feet. Lucky for him, it kind of lodged against his legs and didn't take any wild bounces.
We have a flag on the play, however. It looks like it's going to be on Washington School. We'll wait and see what happens. If that's a post-possession foul, they will still keep possession inside of our 25. It'll be penalized from where that is.
Well, the flag is sitting at about the midfield stripe. The line of scrimmage was around the 43-yard line.
Holding.
So it's going to be holding against Washington.
School. That's a post-possession foul. That'll be a 10.
Although it looks like everybody's walking back to the north here, and I don't know what that's indicating.
Coach will probably take this if it's the take.
Well, I mean,
we'll wait and see what happens. They can't get a better call after the penalty than they can. We'll wait and see what the call is going to be here.
All right.
Colts are going to have to punt the football again, I believe. No, I believe the Colts are going to get a 1st down, Rich. I believe the Colts are going to get a 1st down out of this.
Well, I don't know exactly what's going to happen here. We are not clear on this ourselves. I mean, Joey Simcock is talking to some of the Washington General players. They've indicated holding against Washington General. It's going to be
Colts are going to get the ball back, it looks like.
Well, it was 4th down and 2.
And there is a 10-yard step off against the Generals for holding. Lee Academy Colts will have 1st down. I don't understand that call. Post-possession foul, I thought, would have to be. Not talking about the officials, though, Rich. We don't do that anymore. Lunsford's back in the game. And we're in a split backfield with Taylor Howell and Kevin Dooley, the running backs. Baum is wide left. Spencer Foy wide right. Lunsford's going to give the football on misdirection. Taylor Howell, and right at the middle he goes. And Taylor Howell's at the 10. Taylor Howell will score a touchdown.
And I see no flags on the play, and I tell you, that was Taylor Howell, vintage Taylor Howell.
Baum is wide left. Spencer Foy wide right. Lunsford's going to give the football on misdirection. Taylor Howell, and right at the middle he goes. And Taylor Howell's at the 10. Taylor Howell will score a touchdown.
And I see no flags on the play, and I tell you, that was Taylor Howell, vintage Taylor Howell, right up the middle, 47 yards.
Exploded through the line, Rich. untouched.
It was just a foot race at the end.
47 yards for a touchdown. Spencer Foy will get into the football game to attempt Lee Academy's 7th point of the night. Holding will be Taylor Howe. Snapping will be Graydon Flowers. Colts have jumped on top 6-0. 7:23 to go in the first half of the football game. We are awaiting the snap. Snap is back. It's a low one. It gets it up. Kick is good. Lee Academy 7, Washington Generals nothing. We're going to pause 30 seconds, Greg, for this word from our sponsors. This is Lee Academy Colt Football on WKDJ. Along with Hood deep to receive, and Spencer Foy will be doing the kicking. Bill Hood can fly, Rich, number 11.
He really can. Lee Academy on top by virtue of the 47-yard little jaunt right up the middle by Taylor Howell.
I assume, was it 47?
47 yards. PAT by Spencer Foy, splitting the uprights.
Awaiting the kick from Foy, awaiting the referee's whistle. There it is. Kick is away, and it's a high kick that's going to be fielded by Hood at about the 5-yard line. Hood is in a lot of trouble. Hood is going to be knocked down inside the 20 at about the 15-yard line.
Looks like they're going to give us forward progress right at the 15-yard line, but good job that time by the Colts specialty team in corralling Mr. Hood, the general, number 11 for the Generals. Washington will take over 1st and 10. They'll be moving from their own 15-yard line.
Colt defense needs to toughen up right here, Rich, as Washington Generals have shown they can move the football against our defense.
It's time for a turnover now. Nothing would be better than to score quickly and then come back with a turnover.
Adam Sykes leads his offensive team out, sends 3 receivers to the right, 1 running back. Tight end is on the left-hand side. They got split receivers right. Sykes is under center. Going to give the football to Hood. Hood is going to break a tackle. Is going to get tackled short of the 20-yard line at about the 19. They may give him the 20, Rich, which will be a gain of about 5 on the play. 2nd down and 5 yards to go. Hood is a shifty runner.
He is, and they have given him forward progress up to the 20-yard line. And Washington will have it 2nd down and 5 now from their own 20-yard line. 6:52 to go in the first half of play. Lee Academy 7, Washington School 0.
Very fast-moving first half, I might add. Sykes has 3 receivers to the right again, 1 running back. Barking out his signals. They're going to run a little counter to Hood. Hood cuts back in the middle. Is going to break a tackle and going to get out over the 35-yard line to about the 37. And he was about a step from carrying that the distance.
The only problem was Jimmy John Baum was about a step closer to him, and Jimmy John Baum making what might be called a saving tackle here at the 37-yard line of Washington Generals, and they will have it 1st and 10 from their own 37-yard line. 6.5 minutes to go in the first half. 7-0 Colts.
Wide receivers to the right, 2 to the left, 1 running back behind Sykes. Sykes straight back to throw. Looking, throws it incomplete. Intended for his tight end, number 20, Clint Turman. He actually was in the slot, Rich. And Kevin Dooley, good coverage that time. The football falls to the ground. Looks like Turman might have heard footsteps just a little.
I think he did. Of course, that ball was thrown pretty quickly, too, and pretty hard at the receivers. So it might have been a combination of footsteps and hard throwing.
2nd down and 10 yards to go for the Generals. They trail 7-0. 3 wide receivers left. Right shotgun formation now. Sykes gets the snap back, sprints to the right to throw. Colts are looking. Now he throws the football. It's going to be caught inside of Lee Academy Colt territory at the 45-yard line by number 24. That's Jay Bratton. And he has 1st down yardage inside of the Colt territory at Lee Academy Colt 46-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Generals. They trail 7-0.
And let's not forget that this drive of theirs began on their own 15-yard line, and they've run the ball 3 times thus far and have moved it to the Colts' 46-yard line.
Colt defense, who's already made a couple of big stands, needs to make 1 more. 1st down and 10 yards to go for the Generals. They trail 7-0. 5:57 to go in the first half. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 running back. Sykes gives it on misdirection to Hood. This time Hood is in trouble and is going to be knocked down at about the 44-yard line. Gain of about 2, maybe 3 on the play. Good defensive stand that time by the Colts. Looks like Thornton Marley. Couple of more Colts in there. Gain of about 2 on the play. 2nd down and 8 yards to go.
Ball's going to be sitting on about the 44-yard line of Lee Academy. We've got 5.5 minutes to go in the first half of play. The score, Lee Academy 7, Washington School nothing.
They break huddle, send 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 running back now. That's number 21, Hunter McWright, as they've taken Hood out for a break. Sykes under the center, may be checking off. Colts in a 4-man front, throws a little toss pass out here to number 16. And number 16 is Drew McCord, and he's going to be smushed by Sparky Luster.
I'm going to tell you, that almost looked like it could have been a lateral that time. It looked like the receiver was standing further back in the backfield than the guy that threw the ball. Is that still a lateral?
Yes. Okay. Loss of 2 on the play. But he caught it, though, so it doesn't make any difference.
Correct. Third down and 9
yards to go.
Yeah, we're just trying to paint a picture of what's going on, right?
2 wide receivers to the right, 2 to the left. They're in a shotgun formation with 1 running back. Straight back to throw out of the shotgun. Sykes looking. Sykes throws the football. It's going to be caught by Kirk Schilling inside of Lee Academy's 35-yard line down to about the 32. Nice throw by Sykes. Good catch by number 8, Schilling. Clint Schilling.
Sykes doing a good job of picking apart our secondary right at the moment, and his receivers are doing an excellent job of finding those little open seams. First down for Washington.
4:22 to go in the first half. Washington School driving. They trail 7-0. Colts making some defensive substitutions, and they line up once again in the shotgun formation. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. They're sending motion now out to the left. And Sykes looking, is going straight back to throw. Throws the football. It's going to be tipped and almost intercepted by Sparky Luster. Sparky Luster like to head it, Rich. Number 58, playing inside linebacker, really, I guess, for the first time all year with a lot of playing time. Sparky Luster almost intercepted it. 2nd down and 10 yards to go for the Generals.
Sparky that time having an opportunity to come down with the ball, but just let it fall through his hands. Of course, he had to go up pretty high for the deflection. It's going to be 2nd down and 10 for the Washington Generals. They're moving the ball from the Lee Academy 34-yard line.
Colts lead 7-0. They got 2 wide receivers left, 1 right. Sykes is back under center. The lone running back is Hood. Straight back to throw. Looking, throws. It's going to be caught by number 33, and he's going to be tackled at about the 25-yard line. The Colts are going to be guilty of a personal foul, late hit. I believe it was Chet Crook coming in there a little late, leading with his helmet, Rich.
And what's going to happen? The Colts are going to be penalized 15 yards.
Half the distance to the goal from the 25.
Half the distance from the 25. They'll move it down inside the 13-yard line, about the 12.5. And Washington Generals will have it 1st and 10 from about the 12.5-yard line of Lee Academy.
Trailing 7-0 with 3:51 to go in the first half of the football game. There's a half the distance to the goal line penalty, which will move the football down to the 12.5-yard line. Let's call it the 13-yard line. 1st down and 10 yards to go for the Generals from Lee Academy's 13-yard line. Another barn burner, Rich.
Absolutely, and once again, they started this drive on their own 15-yard line.
They send 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 running back behind Sykes. Sykes under the center, tight end line up on. There's a fake handoff, looking for his big tight end. Sykes is going to run the football, and Sykes is going to be knocked out of bounds at about the 9-yard line. Going to gain about 4 on the play. Looks like about the 9. Colts had good coverage on the tight end as they were running a bootleg play, Rich. Going to try to hit their tight end. Colts had good coverage. Sykes kept it. Gained about 3 on the play. 2nd down and 7 yards to go.
Have a difficult time seeing the clock with people standing up, so.
It's 3:32 to go in the first half.
7-0. Lee Academy on top, but once again, Washington down at the door knocking.
They have not punted tonight. They send 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 running back behind Sykes. He's under the center. Hood is the lone running back. There's a straight handoff to Hood. Hood fights inside of the 10-yard line, maybe to the 5 or the 4 before he's knocked down. Going to be short of the first down, it looks like, Rich. Going to bring up 3rd down.
3rd down for the Washington Generals. 3rd down and about
1. maybe
1 yard.
2. Long 1, maybe short 2 yards.
Coach Weiss sends some of his beef in to solidify the front of that defensive line.
And they're going
third down
to
play.
get there. Looks like they're too tight formation wishbone into the football game. A little bit late getting the play in. They better hurry up. They're 1 player short still. A little bit of confusion down here next to the goal line. They better hurry up.
Yeah, they're trying
and
to
they're going to have to call
time.
a timeout. Generals are going to have to call timeout. 2:43 to go in the first half. Colts lead 7-0. We pause 1 minute for this word from our sponsors. This is Lee Academy Code Football on WKDJ. Third down and a long 1 to go for the Washington School Generals. They got 4 wide receivers into the football game, and Sykes is going to give the football to Hood, and Hood's going to get very close to the first down, and there's a flag on the play.
It's either going to be holding or a face mask. We'll see which one gets the break here.
We'll wait and see what the call is.
Flag was thrown into the
pile. It didn't look like he got the first down as the flag was thrown into the pile late, and the call is going to be against the Colts. Personal foul, face mask against the Lee Academy Colts. They had him stop, Rich, and then grabbed his face mask.
It's going to be an automatic first down. They'll have it first and goal to go here. The ball is going to be sitting at about the 1.5-yard line for Washington General. They trail in this ball game 7-0, but they have a golden opportunity to put points on the board.
Football will be just inside of the 3, just about at the extra point line, Rich. 2:37 to go in the first half. Colts lead 7-0, but the Generals threatening to put the tying points on the board. They break huddle and line up in a wishbone formation. Colts are in a goal line defense, 6-man front. Sykes under center. Going to run a fake and is in trouble and is going to be knocked down. Fumbles the ball, and the Colts got it. Colts are in a goal line defense, 6-man front. Sykes under center. Going to run a fake and is in trouble and is going to be knocked down. Fumbles the ball, and the Colts got it. Adam Sykes fumbled at the 5. Lee Academy Colts fell on it, and once again the Washington Generals are turned away, and we have dodged 4 bullets in the first half, Rich.
I'll tell you, you don't have but 6 in the chamber. We got 2 more to go, and I don't know when we'll have those, but it's just been amazing here with first and goal from around the 3-yard line. Sykes took the ball and was coming back toward us and turned it upfield. Was either stripped or just lost the ball as he hit the ground. I think he was stripped probably. I don't know who did it, but Colts will take over first and 10. They'll move the ball from deep inside their own territory.
It should be noted that we really had to play defense well, too.
Absolutely.
Colts are in a wishbone formation, and we give it to Brunt, and Brunt bounces outside and runs over a couple of guys and gets out close to the 10-yard line before he's knocked down. 5'11", 190-pound sophomore running back number 15, Joshua Brunt, gains 5 on the play. Second down and 5. 2 minutes to go in the first half. Clock is moving.
Looks like the ball is going to be sitting at about the Lee Academy 9-yard line as they are trying desperately to move it out of the shadows of their own end zone.
Colts break huddle. Rhett Rusko leads the offensive line out. Jeffrey Clark will be split wide to the right. Colts are still in a wishbone formation. Philip Antisi is the close. Brunt and Howell are deep. There's a pitch sweep to Brunt. Brunt's looking for a block. Brunt gets a block. Brunt fights out to the 15-yard line and fights his way out over the 20. And he'll have first down yardage at about the 21-yard line. Nifty bit of running by Joshua Brunt.
Well, a great bit of running that time as Lunsford just pitches to Brunt, the trailing back in that wishbone formation, coming strong side toward us here on the near sidelines. Turned his nose up at the hash marks and moved the ball out over the 20-yard line to the 21. 1:24 to go in the first half, 7-0. The score here as Lee Academy has dodged, as you said, 4 bullets.
I just don't believe 33 can guard Baum out there nose to nose the way that he is. We're still in the wishbone formation, straight back to throw. Throws the football deep downfield. We're trying to go to him, but it's overthrown, incomplete. Number 33, Mathis Young.
Not bad coverage that time.
Pretty good coverage that time. Colts were lined up in a wishbone formation. Brings second down and 10. 1:07 to go in the first half of the football game. Colts now, I'm sure, will just try to run the clock out and take a 7-0 lead into halftime. Generals have not had to punt. Colts have made some big defensive plays and stopped them. Wishbone formation for the Colts. Tight ends lined up on the right-hand side. One wide receiver. We're going to run a pitch sweep to Brunt. Brunt's in trouble. Brunt fights, breaks tackles, and he just fights his way out to about the 25-yard line. And that 5'11", 190-pound sophomore's tough, Rich.
Well,
wishbone formation for the Colts. Tight ends lined up on the right-hand side. One wide receiver. We're going to run a pitch sweep to Brunt. Brunt's in trouble. Brunt fights, breaks tackles, and he just fights his way out to about the 25-yard line. And that 5'11", 190-pound sophomore's tough, Rich.
Well, we've talked about him all year long, and I tell you what, a sophomore, 2 more years of Josh Brunt, what a stable guy he's going to be. 45 seconds to go in the first half, 7-0, Lee Academy on top.
Third down and about 6 yards to go. The scoreboard has 7, so that's what we'll call it. 3rd and 7. Jimmy John Baum goes wide left. Spencer Foy is wide to the right. Our backs are split. Tight ends lined up on the right-hand side, and Lunsford, barking out his signals, is going to give the football on misdirection to Howell again, and down the sidelines Taylor Howell goes. Is going to be knocked out of bounds over the Lee Academy's 40 to about the 45-yard line. 20 seconds to go in the first half. Colts may try to score here now, Rick.
Yeah.
Our backs are split. Tight ends lined up on the right-hand side, and Lunsford, barking out his signals, is going to give the football on misdirection to Howell again, and down the sidelines Taylor Howell goes. Is going to be knocked out of bounds over the Lee Academy's 40 to about the 45-yard line. 20 seconds to go in the first half. Colts may try to score here now, Rick.
I would think they would. I mean, they moved the ball out to their own 45-yard line. We're right at 20 seconds to go in the first half of play. We'll just have to wait and see what Coach Weiss's strategy is for these last 20 seconds. Lee Academy on top, 7-0 here from Huddleston Field on the campus of Washington School.
First down and 10 yards to go for the Colts. We send Spencer Foy wide right. Jeffrey Clark will be in the slot to the right. Philip Antisi's close. Taylor Howell's deep out of the I formation. Now he splits them. Lunsford looking at a 4-man Washington front. Pitch sweep to Taylor Howell. Taylor Howell tries to cut back across the grain and is going to be knocked down as he gets to maybe the 48-yard line. 11 seconds to go in the first half of the football game. Looks like the Colts are going to let the first half run out. 5 seconds to go now. Then nobody's calling a timeout. Colts are going to go to the halftime with a 7-0 lead. We're going to send it to the station for some recorded music. Lee Academy leads 7-0. This is Lee Academy Colt football on WKDJ.
Lee Academy High School Football 1998. Sponsored by Matson Farms, Sale Oil Company, Wade Incorporated, Hall's Texaco, Barnes Petty and Associates, Dunn, Marley and Harris Agency, CarQuest, Houston Distributing, Delta Renault, Phelps Brothers Furniture, Southern Duplicating, Neighbors GM Toyota, Dr. Michael Barr, North Delta Compress, Mid-South Farm Supply, Cable One, Backyard Burgers, Gateway Tire, Southwind Building Specialties, Bustin' Loose, Merkel and Koch Attorneys, First National Bank, Jimmy Sanders Seed Company, McElroy Insurance, Deposit Guarantee Bank, Holmes Petty, Terra Chemical, Lamb's Photography, Union Planners Bank, Henderson Drugs, and Graham Media.
Spencer Foy has it teed up. Schilling and Hood are deep. Referee Joe Simcox blows the whistle, and this second half of football is underway as Foy gets the kick away, and it's a high kick that's going to be fielded by Hood at the 15-yard line, and Hood is going to be stuck by Philip Antisi, and there's a flag on the play. As Foy gets the kick away, and it's a high kick that's going to be fielded by Hood at the 15-yard line, and Hood is going to be stuck by Philip Antisi, and there's a flag on the play.
Flag thrown in from back behind the plate here, laying at about the 24-yard line, 34-yard line. We'll have to see what the penalty is.
Hood was tackled at about the 24, and as Lee Academy Colts are clapping their hands, personal, it looks like it's going to be an illegal block in the back. Personal foul, it's a clip against the Washington School Generals. Now, if that's a spot foul, Rich, they're out at the 33-yard line. That'll move it back to the 18. So I'm sure the Colts will take this penalty here, leading 7-0 with 11:56 to go in the third quarter of the football game.
Well, they're discussing it with the Lee Academy coach, and he's saying, let's move the ball back a little bit, and they're going to move the ball back right now. It's going all the way back to the 12-yard line, where Washington Generals will take over 1st and 10 from their own 12-yard line.
Colts got a score from down at Pillow Academy, where Pillow Academy and Starkville are tying up in the other North 4A game tonight. Pillow leads 24-7. They have one wide receiver to the left, one to the right, slot man to the right. Sykes is going to give the football to Hood. Hood trying to get to the corner, and Hood's going to be knocked out of bounds as he got out over the 15-yard line to about the 18-yard line.
Yeah, I see Joshua Brunt complaining a little bit. It looked like he might have been held up a little bit right in front of the official, and no flag was thrown. So obviously it was not an infraction of the rules. So it's going to be pick up a 6 on the play. It's going to be 2nd down and 4 for Washington Generals. The ball is just short of their 20-yard line.
Let's call it second and 3, Rich. Gain of 7. They have sent 3 wide receivers to the left. One running back is Hood. He's behind Sykes. Hood barking out his signals, may be checking off. Colts in a 4-man front. Sykes is backing off. Now he's going to give the football to Hood. Hood's going to break up the middle, and down the sidelines he goes. And Hood is in the secondary, and Hood looks like he may go all the way. He's being chased by Jimmy John Baum, and we're going to knock him down at about the 5. Bill Hood runs the football. They're going to call it the 6-yard line. And that's where the Generals will have it. 1st down and goal to go from Lee Academy 6.
Well, on the second play of the second half for the Washington Generals, Bill Hood once again got the ball from Sykes, the quarterback, started toward the near sidelines, and then just went right back to the middle of the field. And then it became just a foot race as he got through the first rush of the Lee Academy defenders, and he was knocked out of bounds at the 6. It's going to be 1st and goal for Washington.
They have it 1st and goal from the 8. They send 3 receivers to the right, 1 running back behind Sykes is number 21, Hunter McWright. Sykes is going to give the football to McWright. He's not going to get much. Might have got to the 5, and that's all. Good stop up there by the Lee Academy coach, led by Sparky Luster, along with number 56, Thornton Marley. Bobby Spinks getting up off the bottom of the pile. No gain on the play. Let's call it a gain of 1 on the play. 2nd down and goal to go from the 5.
Sykes really overloading his football team that time to the short side of the field. The ball sitting on the near hash mark, or closer to the near hash mark. And Sykes just sending 3 wideouts that time to the right side of the field. Lee Academy showing a good defensive posturing there, though, and stopped them at the 5-yard line, where it's 2nd down and goal.
They line up in an I formation, wide receiver left, wing to the left. They are an unbalanced line. They're going to give the football to the fullback, and he's going to break a tackle. They're going to go into the end zone for a touchdown. Bobby Spinks, number 54, looked like he might have had him stopped, but he broke the tackle and got into the end zone and runs 5 yards for a touchdown. And the Generals are on the scoreboard 7-6 early in the third quarter.
Very early in the third quarter. About the 4th time they touched the ball in the second half, they were able to put the points on the board. Now the all-important point after is being spotted at the 10-yard line.
Kel Smith will kick. Adam Sykes will hold. Awaiting the snap. It's a good snap. Back. And the kick is up. And the kick is good. Washington 7, Lee 7. We pause 30 seconds. 30 seconds for this word from our sponsors. This is Lee Academy Code Football on WKDJ. The tying touchdown with less than 2 minutes to go, gone in the third quarter. Taylor Howell and Spencer Foy will get deep, and they're standing at about the 5-yard line. Kel Smith has it teed up at the 40. Lee Academy coach need to fight back right here, Rich, and show what they're made of.
Well, nothing quiets a crowd down like a run back from a kickoff for a touchdown. So let's just see what these guys can do now, the ones in the green pants.
Kel Smith approaches the football and gets the kick away, and it's a high kick that's going to be fielded by Taylor Howell at the 10-yard line. Taylor Howell back up the field, gets out over the 20, about the 22 or the 22-yard line before he's knocked down. Colts will have it 1st down and 10 yards to go from their own 22. Score is tied 7-7, 10:42 to go in the third quarter.
Taylor Howell taking the ball that time on a pretty high kickoff there, giving the coverage team plenty of time to converge on him, and was able to move the ball over the 20-yard line, where Lee Academy under the leadership of Bradley Lunsford, number 10. The quarterback will take over 1st and 10.
We send wide receiver to the left. We're in a wishbone formation now. Tight ends lined up on the right-hand side. We're going to give it off tackle to Joshua Brunt, and Brunt fights out to the 25-yard line. Might have got to the 26 before he's knocked down. Good bit of running by Joshua Brunt. Sophomore tailback gets to the 26-yard line. Gain of about 3 on the play. 2nd down and 7. Jeffrey Clark will check into the game for the Colts, taking out Jimmy John Baum. You just had a feeling the Generals we wasn't going to be able to keep them out of the end zone all night, Rich. And we made a comment while we were off the air that 7 points was not going to be enough. We're in a wishbone formation again. Dooley's close. Howell and Brunt are deep. They're in a 4-man front. We give it to Taylor Howell. Taylor Howell's going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage. Might have even lost a yard. Good tackling up front by the Washington School Generals. They're going to give him about a yard on the play. 3rd down and 5 yards to go for the Colts. 7-7 to score. 9:47 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Colts really need to convert this 3rd down attempt here. Kind of take this crowd a little bit out of the ball game. Washington General is playing a mighty inspired football right at the moment.
Rhett Rusco leads the offensive line out, and we're going to send Jimmy John Baum wide to the right. And Spencer Foy is going to be both wide to the right. There's an inside trap to number 39. No, that's Philip Antisi. Antisi's going to be that's Kevin Dooley. Stopped short of the 30-yard line, right at the 30-yard line. Going to bring up 4th down and about 2 yards to go. Colts are going to be forced to punt.
Jimmy John Baum in for his 4th punt of the evening. Will be standing back inside his own 20-yard line. Washington will be standing inside their 40-yard line, awaiting the arrival of this punt. Big series coming up for the Colt defense.
Schilling and Turman are back deep to receive. Jimmy John Baum is standing at about his own 16-yard line, awaiting the snap. Gets a good snap back and gets the kick away, and it is a driving kick that Schilling is going to catch, fumble, and then going to be knocked down back inside the 25-yard line at about the 24. Joshua Brunt, along with Jake Mitchell down there, doing a good job for the Lee Academy Colts, and a great kick by Jimmy John Baum, but our defense needs to hold him.
Outstanding kick that time by Jimmy John Baum. A high driving spiral. Fielded at about the 30, fumbled momentarily, and then picked up and running backwards. He finally brought down at about the 26-yard line, where the Generals will take over 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line.
So maybe the Colt defense, after that little slap in the face that Washington gave them to start the 3rd quarter of the football game, will toughen up. They're in a wide receiver right, wide receiver left, 1 slot back. Sykes going to give the football to Hood, and Hood is going to break tackles and get out to the short of the 30-yard line at about the 29-yard line. Going to gain about 6 on the play. Let's give him 5 on the play. 2nd down and 5 yards to go. 8:15 to go in the 3rd quarter. We're tied 7-7. Washington School Colts have been in a 4-man front all night long. Graydon Flowers, Hayden Glenn Hall, Caleb Dunham, and Bobby Spinks are your defensive ends. They send 3 receivers to the right, 1 running back behind Sykes. Sykes may be checking off at the line of scrimmage on 2nd down and 5 yards to go. Gives it to Hood. Hood right up the middle is going to have 1st down yardage out over the 35-yard line to about the 37-yard line. 1st down and 10 yards to go for the Generals. They're just knocking us off the ball now, Rich.
Yeah, their offensive line is taking control of that zonal between them and the Lee Academy Colts. And as you said, they are just moving us backwards right now with pretty well at will. 1st and 10 for the Generals. They move from their own 37-yard line.
Sykes got him in a shotgun formation now. 3 wide receivers to the right. 1 running back, and he's kind of almost in a slot. He sprints to the right to throw. Spinks putting a little pressure. Looking, throws. It's going to be almost and caught. Almost intercepted by Jimmy John Baum.
Got it?
And then caught.
Hello?
Out over the 50-yard line into Lee Academy Colt territory at about the 47-yard line. 1st down and 10 yards to go. For the Washington School, Jimmy John Baum went right through his hands, Rich.
Jimmy John Baum did throw the ball right through his hand. We're having a little difficulty here because somebody's dialing out on this radio line. that we have. I don't know exactly what's
Trip
going on.
receivers to the left. Sykes is under the center. One running back. Colts in a four-man front. Handoff in there to number 21. He fights inside of Lee Academy's 45 down to about the 42. And they're just lining up and knocking us off the ball now, Rich.
Well, you never know what you ought to do, but I think we ought to call a timeout and regroup a little bit here. The Generals are just moving the ball at any time and in any place they want to move it at the time.
Second down and 5 yards to go. Greg, we need to know if we've been cut off the air or not, so if we hadn't, come on the air and let us know. 6:43 to go in the third quarter. They line up in an unbalanced line to the left. Sykes gives the ball to number 21, and he fights short of the first down, short of the 40-yard line, at about the 41-yard line, short of the first down by about 4 yards. It's going to be third down and 4 yards to go.
We're tied at 7 here with 8. Is that an 8 or 6?
6:14 to go in the third quarter. Greg, if we are on the air, you need to come let us know.
That's a strange request, isn't it? But we're going on.
Third down and 4 yards to go for the Generals. Four-man front for the Colts. Sykes under center on 3rd and 4. Straight back to throw. Looking. Throw just going to be caught by the tight end, by the slot man. He's into the secondary, and he scores a touchdown. Colts now trail 13-7 with 5:48 to go in the third quarter, and they're picking us apart in the third quarter, Rich.
Well, they went 88 yards on that first drive from scrimmage in their first offensive possession. Now they've added another 75 yards. They've gone 150 some odd yards in their first 2 possessions of the second half. They only had moved at 160 yards in the entire first half offensively.
Kel Smith has it teed up to attempt Washington School's 14th point of the night. Holding will be Sykes. Waiting the snap. High snap. Pulls it down nicely. Smith kicks it up. Washington School 14, Lee Academy 7. We pause 1 minute for this word from our sponsors. This is Lee Academy Colt football on WKDJ. If we're on the air. Kel Smith has it teed up at the 40, and the kick is away, and it's a high kick that's going to be fielded by Taylor Howell at about the 7-yard line. Taylor Howell's coming right back up the middle. Is going to be knocked down at the 20. Good coverage by Elliott Robertson down the field and tackled Taylor Howell at about the 20-yard line, and the Colts are 80 yards away from pay dirt, trailing 14-7 with 5:43 to go in the third quarter.
That time, just a great one-on-one tackle by the Washington Generals on Taylor Howell, a good broken field runner. But the good defensive play that time on the special teams of the Generals. Lee Academy takes it 1st and 10, moving from their own 20-yard line.
Jimmy John Baum wide left. Spencer Foy is in the slot to the left. We're going to run the option pitch to Taylor Howell. Taylor Howell cuts back up the field and gets nothing. Might have got a yard on the play, but probably closer to nothing. Second down and about 9 yards to go for the Colts. They're going to give him a yard, but not much of a yard.
Not much of a yard, really about a half a yard, but we're going to call it second down and 9 to go for the Lee Academy Colts. 5:22 to go in the third quarter. Lee Academy trails in this ball game now, 14-7 after an offensive burst of strength by the Washington Generals as we open the third quarter.
Colts break huddle, I formation, wide receiver right, slot right. Dooley's close, Taylor Howell's deep out of the eye. Lunsford sprints to the right to throw, looking. Throws it over the middle, it's going to be dropped. Might have been knocked down, it's hard to see from up here. But he was trying to hit Jimmy John Baum. Schilling might have got a hand in there and knocked it away. Third down and 9 yards to go.
Throwing in a pretty good coverage that time was Bradley Lunsford and then Jimmy John Baum. There were about 4 of the blue shirts around him. Looked like Jimmy John may have gotten a hand on it. It was hard to see from our angle, and the lights here kind of low, and they kind of cast a little glare on the glass, and we really can't see good sometimes. Third
down and 9 yards to go for the Colts. We line up in a split backfield. Wide receiver right, slot right. Straight back to throw is Lunsford. Looking, throw just going to be incomplete. Intended for Taylor Howell, overthrown. And the Colts will be forced to punt again. On 4th down and 9 yards to go, trailing 14-7 with 4:55 to go in the third quarter.
And the Generals are going to wind up with a good field position on this one. Jimmy John Baum's going to be dropping back inside his 10-yard line. Washington's going to be standing inside their 45-yard line awaiting his punt.
Back deep to receive is Thurman. Good snap away. Kick is away, and it's another high kick that Turman is going to catch. And he's in, breaks into the secondary, and Clint Turman's down the sidelines, and he cuts back across the field, and Turman's going to be tackled inside of Lee Academy's 20 at the 16-yard line.
That was Jake Mitchell that time making that saving tackle at about the 15-yard line. It's going to be at about the 17-yard line. But like you said, the Generals just came through that first wave and broke into the secondary, came to the near sidelines, and just went up the sidelines. And it looks like we have a runaway train hammering away at the Colts right now, and the Colts unable to do anything about it.
First down and 10 yards to go from the Generals. They're at the Lee Academy Colts 17-yard line. Generals break huddle, send 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 running back, and Sykes is in the shotgun formation. Hood is the running back. Awaiting the snap. Snap is back. Sykes sprints to the left to throw. He's looking. He's going to break a tackle to get out of a sack, and Sykes runs the football down inside of the 15-yard line, down to about the 14-yard line. Stays in bounds before he's knocked down. At about the 14-yard line. Colts looked like they had him thrown for a loss, and he just broke the tackle.
Well,
he's at the 13-yard line.
Colts did have him thrown for a loss, but he just slipped right on through their hands and was able to run to the far sidelines, a pickup of about 4 yards on the play. It's going to be 2nd down and 6 now for Washington. 4:04 to go in the third quarter. 14-7, they lead.
They're under center on 2nd down and 6. They give the football to Hood. Hood's not going to get much this time as we're all over him. Sparky Luster, along with Thornton Marley and Bobby Spinks, tackled Hood. Might have got a yard on the play. We'll wait and see where they spot it. It's going to bring up 3rd down. Caleb Donovan gets back into the game for the Colts. Let's call it no gain. 3rd down and 5 yards to go for the Generals.
3rd down and a long 5 to go. The ball sitting at about the 12, 13-yard line of the Colts.
Colts need something good to happen to them as they send trip receivers to the left, 1 running back to the right. Sykes is in a shotgun formation. Awaiting the center, Colts are in a 4-man front on 3rd down. He sprints and runs a little shovel pass to Hood, and Hood is going to be stopped by Bobby Spinks. A good bit of defense that time by Bobby Spinks knocked Bill Hood down, and so now the Washington School Generals will attempt to put theirs to go ahead by 10, 17-7. Colts defense has held and withstood a terrific onslaught by the Washington School General offense. Kel Smith will attempt a 29-yard field goal. Holding will be Sykes. Colts have blocked a couple of kicks this year. We need to get one right here. Snap is back. It's a good snap. The kick is up. Kick is good. Washington School 17, Lee Academy 7. We pause 1 minute for this word from our sponsors. This is Lee Academy Colt football on WKDJ. Taylor Howell and Spencer Foy are back deep to receive Kel Smith's kick. He's got it teed up at the 40, and they're inside the 5. There's the kick away, and it's a high kick that's going to be fielded by Taylor Howell at about the 15-yard line. Taylor Howell's going to be knocked down out over the 25 to about the 27, so the Colts will have their best field position of the second half of the football game. 1st down and 10 yards to go from their own 27. 2:33 to go in the third quarter of the game. Colts need to get some offense going right here with 2:33 to go in the third quarter, trailing 17-7 as the Generals have exploded in the third quarter and scored 17 points. Colts trail 17-7, and we with 2:33 to go in the third quarter. Split backfield, wide receiver left, slot left. There's an inside handoff to Philip Antisi. Antisi's going to fight out over the 30-yard line to about the 32, going to gain about 5 on the play. Let's give him 5. 2nd down and 5 yards to go for the Lee Academy Colts. 2:18 to go in the third quarter. Colts need to score a touchdown here and get back in this game. Rich, can't ever tell what might happen.
You really can, and like you said, they do need to have some consistency now offensively in this second half, as they do need to take it down the field and score some points, as you say, to get back into this game. They have it 2nd down and about 4. The ball sitting at the 32-yard line, their own.
One running back behind Lunsford now. Colts going to run misdirection, bootleg play. Lunsford's going to be sacked. Back inside the 25, down to about the 24. Good job by number 42, Nash Stallings. He's an outside linebacker, and he throws And he throws Bradley Lunsford for a loss back to about the 22-yard line. Going to bring up third down and 15 yards to go.
They've got to move the ball out across the 37-yard line for a first down. They've got their backs back to the wall again here. They're looking at a long third down play to maintain possession of the ball here in the waning moments of the third quarter.
Lunsford's under center, I formation on third down and 15 yards to go. Straight back at the pocket to throw, runs a draw play. Howell's going to break one tackle and is going to be tackled at about the 22. No gain on the play. Number 24 for the Washington Generals, Jay Bratton, knocks Howell down for no gain. Fourth down and 15 yards to go, and we're looking like we're dragging around now, Rich.
That's right. Lee Academy, Jimmy John Bond will be standing inside his 10-yard line again for another punt. Every time the Generals have touched the ball offensively this quarter, they have put points on the board. 2 touchdowns and 1 field goal.
Schilling is standing inside of his own 45, awaiting the punt from Jimmy John Bond. Once again, it's a bad snap. This time it's a high kick that is going to bounce off of a Lee Academy Colt and is going to be downed at about the 47-yard line in Washington General territory.
Matter of fact, it hit one of the Lee Academy Colt players squarely on top of the head and bounced to the ground. The officials then call the ball dead. Washington will take over first and 10 from their own 48-yard line. We've got 17 seconds to go in the third quarter as Washington has just come out and just jumped all over the Colts, scoring 17 unanswered points in the third quarter.
17 seconds to go in the third quarter, as Rich said. And the Colts trail 17-7, and the Generals are on offense again, trying to put this football game out of reach in the third quarter. Generals break huddle, and Adam Sykes will come under the center and send 2 wide receivers, 1 on each side, wing back to the left. Hood is the lone running back behind Sykes. There's a handoff to Hood. Hood is trying to get to the corner. Is going to be knocked down. Might have gained a yard on the play. Colt defense showing good pursuit that time. Joshua Brunt along with Sparky Luster. And also number 56, Thornton Marley for the Colts. Fourth quarter's over. Colts trail 17-7. We're going to pause 30 seconds. 30 seconds for this word from our sponsors. This is Lee Academy Colt football on WKDJ. The last play of the third quarter was a running play for the Bill Hood, which he had no gain. Second down and 10 yards to go now for the Washington School Generals. They've got it at their own 47-yard line. Colt defense needs to stiffen up right here.
Well, the Colt defense has been on the field most of the third quarter.
Washington has played very well in the third quarter, Rich. They actually played well the whole game.
They have.
They've got 4 wide receivers, 2 on each side, 1 running back. Sykes is in the shotgun formation. Low snap. There's a little trap play, a little draw play to Hood. Hood's going to be tackled at the 50-yard line, gain of about 3 on the play. Going to bring up third down and 7 yards to go for the Generals.
The ball's going to be sitting just across the midfield stripe for the Washington Generals, just penetrating into the Colt territory as we have just begun the fourth and final quarter from Washington School here in Greenville, Mississippi. 17-7, Washington leading Lee Academy.
They line up, break huddle in the shotgun formation. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 running back. Sykes awaiting the snap. Snap is back, sprints to the right to throw. We're trying to put pressure on him. Spinks has got him. No, now he breaks away. He's going to get out over the 45-yard line down to about the 41-yard line, and will have first down yardage as we couldn't catch him.
Good coverage that time in the secondary by the Colts led to that scrambling by Sykes. But as you said, Albert, we were unable to put our hands on him in the backfield. He scrambled away and moved the ball across the 45-yard line down to the 41, where it's going to be a first and 10 for the Washington Generals. They'll be moving the ball from the 41-yard line of the Lee Academy Colts.
Sykes is going to have to come out of the game as he was having a little cramp problem, and the trainer came on the field, which means he's got to come out of the game for 1 play. Number 8, let's see who will be the quarterback in the game. Looks like number 16, number 20, Clint Turman will play quarterback now. They send 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 running back behind Turman. We're in a four-man front. Turman's going to fumble the snap and just going to pick it up and going to be knocked down at the line of scrimmage. Good defense that time by the coach, Joshua Brunt, along with William Barron. Also, Bobby Spinks getting up off the bottom of the pile. Gain of let's give him a yard on the play. 2nd down and 9 yards to go. Sykes will check back into the game.
That was kind of a giveaway play there for the Generals as Turman came in cold and took a snap, bobbled it, and was really unable to do anything productive. 2nd and 9 for the Generals.
Caleb Donovan checks back into the game, replacing William Barron. Sykes is under center with 3 wide receivers to the right. Sykes has 1 running back. That's Hood. There's a quarterback sneak that Sykes is just going to run up the middle, and he's going to get inside of the 35-yard line down to about the 34-yard line, short of the first down by about 2 yards. I believe he fumbled the snap, Rich, and just took it and decided to go up the middle and made good yardage. 3rd down and about 3 yards to go.
Put his hand on the back of his big center, number 53, Monroe, and just really kind of pushed him along, and the wave of the Generals moved him down inside the 35-yard line, where it's 3rd down now.
3rd down and 3. 3 receivers to the left. There's a pitch sweep to Hood. Hood's going to be tackled for a loss. Back outside of the 35, about to the 36 or 37-yard line. Loss of about 3 on the play. It's going to bring up 4th down and 5 yards to go.
I would fully anticipate that Washington's going to go for this. Ball sitting at the Lee Academy 36-yard line.
Good spot for a fake here, Rich. Deep in Lee Academy territory at the 36-yard line. Colts are expecting a fake. Number 17, Drew Brooks, is back for his first punt of the night. He's standing at midfield, gets a good snap. Colts rush him and almost block it. And the football is going to be down by the Washington School Generals at about the 1 or the 2-yard line. So the Colts are going to be about 98 yards from the pay dirt with 8:48 to go in the 4th quarter of this football game.
Brooks, the punter, doing an excellent job that time of just kicking the ball far enough down, bouncing inside the 10-yard line, and then good coverage that time by the Washington Generals. Really have put the Colts in the basement.
Jimmy John Baum goes wide to the left. Spencer Foy will go wide to the right. Colts are in 98 yards from pay dirt, and we're in an I formation. And Lunsford's going to fumble the football, and it's going to be a safety. 19-7 is the score now as the Lee Academy Colts have a safety. And we're in a lot of trouble now, Rich, not only from winning this game, but in the points, in the point differential, should this go to a tiebreaker.
Well, Lee Academy, after suffering that safety and giving 2 more points to the Washington Generals, will be kicking off to the Washington Generals.
From the 20.
They'll be kicking from their own 20-yard line, whether it will be from the tee or from the toe, or from the foot of Baum. We're yet to be known.
Colts are now, let's start talking about point differential now, Rich, because I don't think we're going to come back and win this game.
Well, I don't think, you never know, but they're 12 points behind in this game. They had a positive 7 points from the Pilla game.
So we will be, if the score stays here, we will be
a -5.
We'll be a -5. Pilla will be a -7, so they would only have to beat Washington School by 3 points or more next week to knock us out, if the score stays like this. We need 2 touchdowns, though. Can't ever tell, Rich. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen on the field on a Friday night in Mississippi high school football. 8:45 to go in this ball game. 19-7 is our score.
That's the first safety we've given up this year, isn't it?
I think so. It's been all Washington Generals in this second half from Huddleston Field here on the campus of Washington School, as Lee Academy has not been able to do anything effectively.
Jimmy John Baum will punt the football on the free kick after the safety. Schilling and along with number 11, Bill Hood, are deep to receive. We are awaiting the referee's whistle, and there it is. And Jimmy John Baum will get the kick away, and it's a high kick that is going to be fielded by Schilling. Schilling, it breaks out over the 40-yard line to about the 44-yard line before he's knocked down. And Washington School, who is on field position in the 3rd quarter, once again will take over, first down and 10 yards to go from their own 44-yard line.
Leading in this contest, 19-7.
First down and 10 yards to go for Washington. 8:40 to go in the football game. Delta State at home tomorrow, Rich.
They're at home tomorrow playing conference-leading West Georgia.
Game
the Braves
time
from
is
West Georgia.
1
1 o'clock tomorrow.
3 wide receivers left. Bill Hood is the lone running back behind Sykes. Sykes gives it to Hood. Hood dances inside of the tackles and gets the football to midfield before he's knocked down. Gain of about 6 on the play. Second down and 4 yards to go. Generals have played well this whole game.
They have. They really have. Just snake bit in the first half, unable to put any points on the board when they had 2 opportunities well within the red zone of the Colts. Second down and 4 for the Washington Generals. The ball is just short of midfield.
They line up in an I formation now. 2 tight end set. No. Misdirection to number 21, and he's going to be knocked down back at about the 47-yard line. That's going to be a loss of about 2.5 or 3 yards on the play. That was Hunter McWright running that football. They're going to give him a loss of 2 on the play, 3rd and 7.
I was going to say that particular play all night long has not gone anywhere, as the Colts have defensed that play exceptionally well. Third down and about 6, really, for the Washington Generals as they move the ball from their own 48-yard line.
They line up 4 wide receivers in the game, 2 on each side. Shotgun formation for Sykes. 1 running back. Back to throw. Quarterback draw right up the middle. He's going to get first down yardage and more as he cuts inside of our tackles, and he's down the sidelines, and Adam Sykes is going to score a touchdown. Adam Sykes scored a touchdown to make it 25-7. 7:14 to go in the football game, and the route is on, Rich.
Oh, I mean, it's on big time, too, and I don't know that they'll take it off having lost, 5, 6, or 7 straight games to the Colts over the last 10 years, and I think the Washington Generals are just going to pound away. Of course, it's big time. I mean, it's big time football now when you're looking at the playoffs as far as those points go.
That's for sure. Kel Smith will tee it up at the 10-yard line. Holding will be number 20, Clint Herman. That was just good athletic ability by Adam Sykes. As he runs the football for a touchdown, Kel Smith will attempt Washington School's 26th point. Kick is up. Kick is good. Washington School 26, Lee Academy 7. We pause 1 minute. 1 minute for this word from our sponsors. This is Lee Academy Colt Football on WKDJ. Kel Smith has it teed up at the 40 and gets the kick away, and it's a driving kick that Taylor Howe is going to field at the 6-yard line. Coming back up the left side, looking for a block or 2. Taylor Howe is going to get out over the 25-yard line to about the 27-yard line before he's knocked down. Taylor Howe's having some cramp problems, looks like. Let's give him the run to the
Looks like about the 25-yard line.
25-yard line. Colts take over first down and 10 yards to go from the 25, trailing 26 to 7 with 7:07 to go in the football game. Taylor Howe is going to have to come out. Joshua Brunt will check into the game. And TC's close. Joshua Brunt's deep in the I formation. Jimmy John Baum's wide to the right. Spencer Foy slided to the right. Back to throws Lunsford. Looking. Going to have to run the ball. Going to be knocked down at about the 25-yard line. No gain on the play.
Going to bring up second down and 10 for the Colts. They'll be looking at moving the ball once again from their own 25-yard line. We're moving inside of 7 minutes to play in this ball game. Washington Generals have just absolutely blown it apart here in the second half.
Leading 26 to 7, scoring 26 unanswered points. Taylor Howe gets back into the game for Brunt with a play from Coach Ricky Weiss. Bradley Lunsford steps into the center, up into the huddle, sends Jimmy John Baum wide to the left. Spencer Foy is in the slot to the left. Tight end Graydon Flowers, limping noticeably, lines up on the right-hand side. Lunsford sprints to the left to throw. Looking, throws. It's going to be caught by Spencer Foy, and Spencer Foy is going to get close to first down yardage out over the 35-yard line to the 36, and we'll have first down yardage, Rich. 6:12 to go in the football game. Colts trail 26 to 7.
One of the very few first downs that the Colts have had in this second half of play, if not the only first down. I'm not sure about that. But the ball spotted over the 35 at about the 36-yard line where Lee Academy will move it 1st and 10.
6:07 to go in the football game. Coach sends Jimmy John Baum wide to the left. Brett Solovila will go wide to the right. Taylor Howell's lined up in the slot to the left, and the lone running back is Antisi. Taylor Howell comes in motion. Lunsford looking, throws the football downfield. It's going to be intercepted. Intercepted by the Generals, number 24, and he's fighting and gets out over the 45-yard line to the 47 before he's knocked down. Just overthrown by Lunsford, Rich.
Yeah, just as we said before, if there's a tendency to miss passes, Bradley Lunsford will typically be a little high rather than low, and that time he was high looking for Flowers, picked off in the secondary by the Generals, and, if anything else could go wrong in this half of football for the Colts, I don't know what it could be.
Generals have their offensive team out. Colts have their defensive team out. We'll be in a 4-man front with 4 linebackers, 3 defensive backs. They send 3 wide receivers to the right. The running back is number 21. That's Hunter McWright. And Sykes gives it off tackle to McWright. He breaks through the line and runs the football down to Lee Academy Colts' 45-yard line. Second down and about 3 yards to go. 5:17 to go in the football game. Clock is running. They send 3 receivers to the right. Sykes is under the center. The only running back is Bill Hood on second down and 2 yards to go. Colts still in a 4-man front. Misdirection to Hood. Hood's going to be tackled by Sparky Luster as he gets close to first down yardage and may have first down yardage. Let's see where they spot it. They're going to put the football at Lee Academy's 43-yard line. First down and 10 yards to go for the Generals.
4 minutes and 54 seconds to go here in this contest from Washington School. 26-7 as the Generals have scored 3 touchdowns, a field goal, and a safety in this second half.
First down and 10 yards to go for the Generals. They send 3 wide receivers to the right. 1 running back is Hood behind Sykes. Colts stay in their 4-man front. 4:34 to go in the football game. Sykes just runs a quarterback sneak, gets the football inside the 40 down to about the 38, and there's a flag on the play. Colts are going to be guilty, it looks like, of a late hit, Rich.
Yeah.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Probably a little frustration showing its effects out there. If that is indeed the case, it'll be a mark off of 15 yards from about the Lee Academy 38-yard line, which will move the ball down to about the 23-yard line.
So the Colts are going to have to pull for the Washington Generals to beat Pillow in 2 weeks. And we're going to have to take care of business in 2 weeks against Starkville Academy. And if the Washington Generals can pull off the victory over the Pillow Academy Mustangs, Lee Academy Colts go to the playoffs. There's a 15-yard step-off unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against the Lee Academy Colts. We'll move the football down to the 23-yard line.
Dead ball foul, personal foul against the Colts, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for Washington. They'll be moving from the 23-yard line of the Lee Academy Colts.
Giving up another touchdown, Rich, would be devastating to the playoff hopes unless, on the tiebreaker, unless Washington could beat Pillow. Sykes under center, has wide receivers 3 to the left. Sykes going to give the football to Hood on misdirection. Hood trying to get to the corner. Colts missing tackles. He's breaking tackles. He gets inside of the 20-yard line down to about the 17 or the 18-yard line before he's knocked down.
I'll tell you, Bill Hood that time just ran right through three of the Lee Colt defenders.
Gain of about 5 on the play. Second down and 5 yards to go. This easily could be a 50-7 game, Rick. 3:30 to go in the football game. They send 3 wide receivers to the left. 1 running back is behind Sykes. Sykes under the center. Going to give it once again on that little delay to Hood. Hood's going to be drugged down by number 56, Thornton Marley.
Going to be awful close to a first down
Very
for
close to first down yardage.
the Generals. The ball's going to be spotted at about the 15-yard line.
Going to bring up third down and about a yard to go. Colts are limping around.
2 minutes and 54 seconds to go in this battle from Washington School.
And they break huddle, send two wide receivers to the left, slot to the left. Hood is the lone running back again behind Sykes on third down and a yard. Sykes going to give it to Hood. Hood is going to have first down yardage inside the 15 down to about the 10-yard line before he's knocked down. 2:30 to go in the football game. Clock is running.
Looks like it would stop just short of the 10-yard line, so we'll have it first and 10, just short at about the 11-yard line of the Lee Academy Colts.
First and goal. First down and 10 yards to go. That's right. They can make a first down just short of the goal line.
They're allowing the clock to run at its maximum before they're getting the signal to snap the ball here. Taking as much time off the clock as they can. We're approaching 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go in this contest.
They send three wide receivers to the left, one running back behind Sykes. Sykes is under the center, going to run a quarterback sneak. He's going to dance, going to break a tackle, going to get close to the goal line. Still fighting and scores. 32-7 is the score.
Cale Smith will come on to attempt the 33rd point of the night for the Washington Generals.
Holding will be Sykes. Snapping will be the center, Shane Monroe. And the Washington School Generals have absolutely